Hi friends, it's your buddy Matt, the global ergonomist and ergo coach. This class of Strong Qigong comes with a warning. We're having such good fun and feedback from our stance classes after our single leg stance recently. We're going into Mabu, that's the horse stance in today's class, so be prepared. There's a lot of deep stances and squatting and weight shifting, and it's a great workout, so hope you enjoy it. We're going to cover wagging the dragon's tail from the Badwa Jin, something we call the low dragon in horse stance. Also the swimming dragon, also known as cleansing the kidneys. We also do drawing the bow and the Shaolin punch, both from the Badwa Jin as well. So get ready, this one is real exercise, and I hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned and be sure to hit that like button and that notification bell to join us in Strong Qigong. We love having you. So let's begin, as always, by first centering our mind. We begin with the deep, slow, quiet, even breaths. And if you're comfortable doing so, if your balance tolerates it, you can invite your eyes to close so that you can focus and use the power of your own visualization, your own imagination, your own concentration. And you begin by, with each exhale, squeezing a little more air out at the bottom of every breath. So as you exhale, once you get to the bottom of your breath cycle, squeeze a little more air out. And then notice how much deeper the ensuing inhale is as you do so. So as we always say in our class, the key to taking a deep breath isn't how much we draw in. The key to taking a deep breath is how much we puff out. The very bottom of every breath cycle, go a little further. And notice the deep ensuing inhale. Continue to focus in that manner. As you do, begin to focus your mind on the breath cycle transition itself. That is, when your out breath changes to your in breath, seek out that fleeting moment. And then when your in breath changes back to your out breath, seek out that fleeting moment as well. It's not important that you find it. It's a fleeting moment. It's infinitesimal. It's important that you seek it. You're using the focus of your mind, your concentration, your visualization, your imagination. You're focusing your mind on those fleeting moments, which, by the way, this is a phenomenal meditation technique. You can do anywhere for a few breaths, or you can do it formally for 5 or 10 minutes in the morning and evening. It's a beautiful technique. So we call this, in this class of Strong Qigong, sharpening the mind on the stone of the breath. So after a few more breaths like this, invite your eyes to gently, slowly flutter open, just as a butterfly might leave a flower. Now we're ready to engage in our warm-ups, beginning with yoga neck roll. We take a deep breath in and our head floats like a balloon on a string. As we exhale, we let the air out of the balloon through pursed lips, as if blowing through a straw, dropping the chin to the chest. We inhale and sweep one ear past one shoulder. We exhale, we sweep across our chest, and then inhale the other ear past the other shoulder. We continue this rocking from side to side. You'll notice we're not turning our head, we're tilting our head. We're not turning our chin, we're rocking from side to side. And this gives all of your 3 semicircular canals in your inner ear a little workout themselves, and it calibrates them with your diaphragm. So you're moving in concert with your breath, side to side. And on your next exhale, simply pause at the bottom. Inhale your balloon back upright. Well done. We'll work into the shoulder girdles now, the upper respiratory sinus. Loop your shoulders forward and upward as you inhale. Bring them around backward. Squeeze them downward as you exhale, and continue in the manner and rhythm of your own breath. Looping forward and upward with each deep inhale through the nose. Squeezing downward and backward with each exhale through pursed lips, as if blowing through a straw. You're waking up an area between your shoulder blades known as the Dajue point in the ancient Asian literature, an area of qi energy. squeezing downward and waking that area up. And as we know, we've discussed before, sometimes we can find ourselves tense in that area. And this is a beautiful way to get rid of that tension by breathing into it and squeezing downward. Wake up the Dajue point. We call that the Dajue rolls. And on your next exhale, relax the shoulders. Turn your eyes towards one hand and begin to scoop and toss behind you. Scooping with palm up, tossing with palm down. Inhaling, the palms rise. Exhaling behind you, the palms fall. As you loop and scoop from side to side, any repetitive motion in Tai Chi, Qigong, and in the martial arts are known as silk reeling. And this silk reeling exercise we call windmills. I've got some special classes I'm working on that's going to involve windmills here coming up. Right now, we'll just warm up our upper body. Our eyes follow our hands follow our breath follows our mind. Beautifully done. Now, this looping of your hands, bring it into your shoulder blades and begin rolling those backwards from side to side, but continue shifting your weight, turning your trunk, big rocking and rolling from side to side, which brings you right down into the lower respiratory sinus, down into the lower thoracic spine. Simply use that momentum to turn from side to side and let your arms flail from your body. This is the ragdoll. It's also known as the constant bear. Lots of different names for these different movements and warm-ups. And we're going to go from here into what we call the prayer drum or pellet drum. You simply use this momentum you're generating in your trunk, and your arms flail from the side. You begin to slap or tap your opposite shoulder at the top and your low back or hip or buttock, wherever your wrist winds up. Use that momentum, slap or tap. Realize you control how sharp a slap or how light a tap. So give yourself what you need today. And after you've worked the top of the shoulder, work down to the top of the chest, right up by the collarbone where it's safe to give yourself a slap or tap. And after you've slapped or tapped the top of the chest, work to the bottom of the rib cage, those floating ribs we were just talking about, the ones that squeeze out extra air. And after you've worked to the floating ribs, work down to the hips. And that's the pellet drum. We've got the whole upper body warmed up. We're ready for the lower body. We start at the lumbar spine. We let our hands drift to our hips, begin big looping hips and rolls. We call this hula hoops, or better known as stirring the bowl. Pelvis is a Latin word for bowl, and we apply it here. We're stirring, like we're swirling the bell of a wine glass around, and there's a little bit of wine in the bottom of the glass, and we're simply swirling it. Whichever direction you chose, pause and loop in the opposite direction. As we always strive to unwind what we wound, balance yin and yang, and balance east and west. Wonderful. Now, allow yourself to settle into the middle, step out into a wider stance known as Mabu, the horse stance. We're going to be doing more of this later in this class. And let's begin with a warm-up from the Shaolin known as the Great Bear Swings. We take a deep breath in. As we exhale, we turn our shoulders, dropping down. As we inhale, we turn our shoulders, rise to pause. And exhale, turn shoulders, drop down. Continue breathing in this manner. As you move with your breath, you can rest your hands anywhere comfortable. And I want you to focus on your breath. Notice also the shift in weight from one hip to the other. That's your lower dantian. Now also notice that you're moving in a circular pattern. And in a moment, when we get into the core of our class, we're going to be doing one called the dragging the wagon's tail. And it's very similar to this one. I'll show that to you in a little bit. But after this next one, as you drop down, pause, inhale your trunk back upright. Before we leave horse stance, shift weight on a figure eight. Get this little loop in your hips as you rock from side to side. It's a dance-like maneuver, and it is proper form. When you're moving in Tai Chi and Qigong, you get movement from your lower dantian, and shifting weight on a figure eight is a way to kind of get that feel. Beautifully done. You're moving your center of gravity gracefully within your base of support in almost a dance. Beautiful. Now return to center. Bring your feet back to a comfortable, what we call center stance, about shoulder width, whatever feels good to you. Shift weight onto one foot, raise the opposite heel, loop inward. After a few inward loops, loop outward. Notice your ankle and foot follows along obediently as your knee loops. And take weight through that foot, raise the opposite heel, loop the knee inward. After some inward loops, a few outward. Well done. Now take your weight evenly between both feet. Warm-ups are complete from head to toe. Let's begin Qigong breathing. We inhale our palms up towards our heart. We exhale our palms down towards our lap, and we continue breathing in this manner. As you inhale, your palms rise. As you exhale, your palms fall. And if you're comfortable doing so, invite your eyes to close so that you can use the full power of your own visualization, imagination, and concentration for this classic Qigong meditation technique. It's called cleansing the inner body. And with each inhale, as your palms rise, you imagine a glowing mist forming in the core of the earth, rising through the soles of your feet, up your inner body to collect in your upper dantian, your mind's eye center. With every exhale, as your palms melt down, you imagine that glowing mist formed a glowing cloud. That glowing cloud formed a glowing rain, and that glowing rain washes down your inner body, cleansing it through the soles of your feet and back into the earth. Well done. Inhale, the palms rise. Exhale, the palms fall. Beautifully done. The glowing mist rises with every inhale. The glowing rain falls with every exhale. Cleansing the inner body, preparing for all that follows. On your next inhale, let your hands rise and pause at heart height in a hugging stance, known beautifully as stand like tree. This is our meditative pose where we rest and take inventory of our alignment. So with long neck and light head floating upward, heavy shoulders and heavy tail melt downward. As our spine, our string of pearls stretches between them, our hands hover as if we're gently, tenderly hugging a long-lost loved one. Our feet remain parallel in a firm-rooted stance, like a mighty oak. And our three energy centers rest perfectly on one another. Like three smooth river rocks, we gathered and stacked, balanced perfectly on life's river's edge. With soft knees and soft belly, soft breath and soft gaze, or best of all, eyes closed, we feel the echoes of the Qi we stirred. We see the dance in the mind's eye of our warm-ups from head to toe, the yoga neck roll, those Dai Wei rolls between the shoulder blades, the windmill and the pellet drum, stirring the bowl and the great bear swings. We see it, we feel it through the power of our own visualization, imagination, and concentration. And if hands are still hovering, that's beautiful. If eyes are still closed, invite them Now let the hands gently, slowly melt down until your thumbs cross over your belly button. Your folded fingers rest below in the area known lovingly as the lower dantian, the seat of Qi energy, the cauldron of the body. Through closed eyes and pursed lips, as if blowing through a straw, blow on the embers of the cauldron of the body and begin to notice the glowing, growing light with each extended exhale. The embers responded. With each deep ensuing inhale, you draw that light upward and outward. You begin to blow on the embers of the cauldron of the heart. As you blow on the embers of both cauldrons, it fills you, that inner galaxy, with light. It spills beyond your inner galaxy and bathes the space around you in light, warm, silken Qi energy. May your body be strong and may your heart be calm. And if your eyes are closed, enjoy it as your hands melt to your side, only inviting your eyes to gently, slowly flutter open as a butterfly might leave a flower. Welcome back. We step into the center of our little boat, and the hand on this side of the room screen floats before the heart in a gentle fist. The hand on this side covers it. Together, we take a deep breath in and straight as we slowly exhale and bow in a gesture of mutual respect for one another. When we inhale ourselves back upright in gratitude for the tradition, we exhale our hands down, and when we inhale up again, we bring them up about an inch apart above us. Slowly, deliberately, exhale down our center line. This is known as centering the Qi, where we begin and end. And we do one more, bringing our palms together in the Shaolin manner. Since we borrow so much from them, we exhale down in gratitude to the heart center, the middle dantian. As the Shaolin do, we inhale, elbows rise and wrists straighten. As we exhale, our palms melt down. We're now ready to step out into our little boat. Unlocking our knees, we inhale our palms up till they're about an inch apart. We exhale down again. This is known as sinking the Qi. We rise with the breath and we fall with the breath. Now, as we do so, this is where we calibrate ourselves, and we want to maintain those three river rocks resting on one another. So we keep ourselves upright. You'll notice we don't bend forward at the waist as if we're sweeping the floor. This allows you to find what's a comfortable rise and a comfortable fall. You set your own range here. Beautifully done. There's no right or wrong. It's what fits you. Beautifully done. Now we're going to go into our horse stand series. We're going to start out with one. Remember, I was talking about the warm-up. The Great Bear swings is more like a letter O. This first one is wagging the dragon's tail. It's one of the Badua Jin, one of the 8 brocades. So I'd like you at the very bottom to pause and step out into your comfortable horse stance. Remember, you said it. Now, in formal Tai Chi and Qigong, there's whole angles. You're supposed to have a squared off. Don't worry about that. This is Strong Qigong. You're exploring. But find a horse stance you can tolerate and rest your hands on your thighs. Now, it's very similar to the Great Bear swings, only instead of a circle like Great Bear swings, wagging the dragon's tail is a U. You come up over one foot, you drop down, you come up over the other foot, you drop down, and you follow your breath up and follow it down. So we'll do it together. We'll take a deep breath in. Then as we exhale, we'll drop down and then inhale over one foot, exhale down and inhale over the other foot, and rest your hands on your thighs. And again, you control how deep you go, how wide you go. And if you have to adjust your feet, that's okay. This is about exploring, finding what fits you. What'd you say, Buck? How you doing, buddy? Bucket's checking me out here. Inhale and rise. Exhale and fall. From side to side, the wagging the dragon's tail. Beautifully done. Now, when you come down to the bottom, I want you to pause. Remain in horse stance if you can. Inhale back up. This is a form of, there's a movement called the dragon we do in standing and in horse stance. This is the low dragon. This is probably one of the tougher ones of this series. We take a deep breath in. As we exhale, this elbow crosses this knee and the other hand is behind your back. Now here's the important part. As you inhale towards center, you spread the hands wide, switch position, and exhale over this knee. So it's staying low, inhaling across, hands float, knee and elbow. Then inhale, stay low. Beautiful. Exhale to side. Inhale to center. Staying low as you can comfortably, doing your best to keep those three river rocks resting on one another. This is what we call the low dragon. Beautifully done. It's real exercise. I told you you'd be cursing me today. Exhale. Now, as you come out of this one, spread your hands wide, thumbs up. We're still in horse stance if you can tolerate it. The hand on this side of your screen crests like a wave. And then as you exhale, you drag its knuckles down your ribs, your back, your buttock and thigh. As you inhale it up, the other arm crests like a wave. You exhale down your body, again, dragging knuckles across skin. And inhale and switch. Exhale down. So you see these looping movements. And as you do so, notice your turn in trunk. Notice your shift in weight. Now, in some forms of Tai Chi, this is also called the swimming dragon. But in some forms of Qigong, this is called cleansing the kidney. So like I said, there's different names, different forms. In Strong Qigong, we just explore. We don't worry about being meticulous or exacting. That's for the formal stuff. And it's beautiful. But here we just experience. So inhale your hand up like a cresting wave. Exhale it down your body. Beautifully done. Watch the hand as it passes you down your back. Then inhale, the eyes follow hand. And the hand follows breath. The swimming dragon. Finally, pause with your hands spread, palms out. The hand on this side sweeps down, winds up in front of this shoulder. The long arm holds up two fingers. This is called sword hand in Tai Chi. The eyes look beyond sword hand. We take a deep breath in. As we exhale, we draw the bow to shoot the arrow and drop down. As we inhale, we switch sides, rise with the inhale. Exhale as you draw bow. Continue from side to side. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fall. Well done. This is another one of the Badua Jin. This is another of the 8 brocades. This is simply called drawing the bow to shoot the arrow. This is one of its more simple forms. There's more complex forms of these movements. But today, since this is all horse stance class, we'll keep it easy. Because I'm feeling it. I don't know if you're feeling the love, but I'm feeling the love. Okay, so rise with the breath, switch, exhale down. And then we're going to finish this up with one more of the Badua Jin. One more of the 8 brocades, and we'll do one of its simpler versions too. So on this next one, as you rise, spread your hands and bring your fists into your hips and settle in. For the final of this series, thank goodness, huh? This is the Shaolin Punch, one of the simpler versions. We take a deep breath in, and then as we exhale, one fist comes out straight in front of us. We tighten the entire arm up. As we inhale, we soften the hand and arm, bring it to our hip. And as we exhale, the other fist comes out and we drop down. So we inhale a soft arm, soft fist. Exhale a firm arm, firm fist. And if you'll notice, we're rising and falling. With each inhale, we rise. With each exhale, we fall. Now, to complete this series in its traditional form, we actually use the countenance, the expression on the face. Yes, that's part of Tai Chi, Qigong, and the Shaolin martial arts as well. Because what you're doing when you're tightening your arm, pushing out like this and exhaling as you drop down, you're pushing out yang energy. And then as you soften the arm, soften and rise as you inhale, you're drawing in yin energy. So to complete this, there's actually a facial instruction or expression. And what you do is you make angry eyes as you drop down, and then you inhale, soften your face, and then exhale, angry eyes. You inhale, soften your countenance. And that's actually the traditional form. You're pushing out yang energy, basically ridding yourself of it, pushing it out, and then drawing back soft energy. Isn't that beautiful? Exhale, like that, and then inhale, draw back. It's okay to growl. I sometimes do. Inhale back. One more time, exhale. And now bring the hands back. Find your square stance. That's enough of that, ain't it? And let's finish up sinking the chi. We rise with the breath. We fall with the breath. And let's continue. Rising, beautifully done, and falling. And on the next one, when your hands rise again and begin to drop down, invite them to pause at heart height in a hugging stance and stand like tree. With long neck and light head floating upward, our heavy shoulders and heavy tail melt down. And as our spine, our string of pearls stretches between them, our hands hover as if we're tenderly hugging a long-lost loved one. Our feet are parallel in a firm-rooted stance, like a mighty oak. Our 3 energy centers are resting perfectly on one another, as if we gathered 3 smooth river rocks and carefully balanced them on life's river's edge. And with soft knees and soft belly, soft breath and soft gaze, our eyes remain closed as we use the power of our visualization and our imagination and our concentration. We play through the movements we just enjoyed, wagging the dragon's tail, or the low dragon, or the swimming dragon, or drawing the bow to shoot the arrow, or the Shaolin punch. We see it in our mind's eye, we feel it, we enjoy the experience of it coursing through us. And if eyes are closed, we enjoy it as the hands begin the final journey downward, till the thumbs cross over the belly button, and the folded fingers return to warming on the cauldron of the body. As they do, we resume blowing on the embers of the cauldron of the heart and the cauldron of the body through closed eyes and pursed lips, as if blowing through a straw. As we blow on those embers, we delight in the growing, glowing light as they respond and fill our inner galaxy with light. Spill beyond our inner galaxy, bathe the space around us. As Spill beyond the space around us and bathe the world around us. Spill beyond the world around us and bathe life itself. Light, warm, smooth, gentle, friendly chi energy. May your body stay strong. May your heart stay calm. May your mind stay sharp. May your spirit stay free. Yidao Qigong. If eyes are closed, invite the hands to slowly melt to your side as your eyes gently, slowly flutter open as a butterfly might leave a flower. We step back into the center of our little boat. The hand on this side of the room or screen makes the gentle fist that floats before the heart. The hand on this side covers it, and together we take a deep breath in to straighten. We slowly exhale and bow to one another, and you give yourself a round of applause for being the light you made in today's world. Okay, pool party. Pool party. Oh, good.